Hey everybody, this is the Amerime Junkies podcast. Today we have Nix from Do You Geek. We're going to be talking to him, finding out how much geek he speaks, and so much more. But first, here's the intro. Hey everybody, this is the Amerime Junkies podcast. With me today, of course, is the biggest boss, the comic boss.
What up, y'all? It's your favorite podcaster, aka Lord Otaku, aka Comic Boss, Mr. AKA, and I'm excited to talk to our guest today. But let's go.
All them damn AKAs.
I'm Mr. AKA.
And of course, Queenie K, darling, how are you?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Queen Nick. You'll already know. How's everybody? I know it's been a little minute since I've been on the podcast. I am a series regular. In case y'all didn't
Indeed.
know, I'm not a special guest or guest star. We're a series regular over here.
And today we have our guest from Do You Speak Geek, Nix.
What's going on,
Ooh.
y'all? Wayne Nix, Do You Speak Geek? My pronouns are blurred and that nigga. And
I'm here for that. I'm here for it.
I identify as a Goblin Queen simp.
Wow. All right.
Oh, all right.
Understood.
Noted.
Understood. Now we first actually met at HBCU Con,
Yes.
and that was just a straight up fun weekend. And I've been meaning to get back at you, but instead I've just kept catching myself watching your shows, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I gotta make sure I hit him up, and I never do because the next week I'm watching your show. so so it was just like, wait, was I supposed to hit him up? So now here we are.
Things happen when they're supposed to. I'll put it that way.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do. Yes, they
but
do.
no, you have a fantastic show. You have a great team.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It's
You have
just
a great team.
it's myself, my wife, and then of course the real CEO of the Speak Geek, and that is my son Dono.
So it's the family,
Yeah.
the fam. Hey, look, nothing about. We're all for it here. All right.
So where are you coming from?
Originally born and raised in East North Carolina, a little town called Tarboro. Unless you are a Todd Gurley fan, you never heard of it. But right now, I reside in Norfolk, VA.
Okay. Okay, VA making these rounds.
Yeah, we're trying to do something around here. You know, we popped off with Timbaland and Pharrell. Now we're just trying to bring the geek space to this area.
That's right. I see.
Fair enough. All right.
That's what's
So
up.
when did you realize you were a geek?
So y'all, if y'all as old as me in here, let's just go ahead and test the room real quick. Y'all remember when HBO used to have free weekends?
Yes.
So it was a free weekend at HBO, right? And I was at my papa's house, and we had just got back from doing something out in the country. So he said, "Look, sit down and watch this movie. You're gonna like it." And it was Superman. So I had never been introduced to superhero anything up to this point. I watched that movie, and when he took off to save Lois from the helicopter, I was hooked. Ever since I was hooked, I was like, "Oh shit, this dude can fly. He got this cape. He can shoot hot from his eyes." I called it hot. He shoot hot from his eyes, Papa. He can shoot hot from his eyes, and I was hooked. My pops then weeks later took me to a comic book store. I bought some Superman books. I bought some other stuff too. And then, of course, like everybody else, once I became of age, I was like, okay, this DC shit's kind of lame. And a friend of mine said,
Hurt
hey,
my heart.
this not again, shoot me some bail. I was a teenager at the time. I said, those teenagers, like, this DC shit's kind of lame. So my friend was like, yo, you read X-Men? I was like, nah, what's that? Put me on, and I've been hooked to comics ever since. I mainly now read mostly independent. If I'm not dipping and dabbing in Marvel and DC, of course I have a big heart for Image, because back in like 2020, 2021, Image had their foot in everybody's ass. Image was doing the most back in 2020, 2021, like especially with Tinian writing like 50 books every fucking week.
Right.
But,
Yeah,
Right.
I still question how that was going down.
Like I remember going to the book. I'm like, another book from James Tinian. Like, come on, dog. Like,
His
how many
cocaine reserves must have been crazy.
He was on a tear.
Yeah,
Putting
and
out some books.
it won't whack shit. It was like good shit. I was like, damn, another one,
Another one.
right? He was on his calendar. I was like, come on, Tinian, what you doing?
Okay.
But yeah, been in love with comics my whole life. That's only second to, I would say, professional wrestling, and then of course I have my deep love for hip hop music.
Nice.
With that, I'm gonna do a quick plug. If you guys check out one of our recent episodes of the Amerime Junkies podcast, where we talk about some of the dark stories in wrestling with special guest Heels for Life podcast. Check it out now.
When we do a part 2, we gotta have you back on there.
Yeah, we plan on doing a part 2.
Oh yeah,
and we're in Philly, so it's Suplex City all day.
I'm so mad I ain't in Philly right now. I'm so fucking mad.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania.
I'm so fucking mad.
Man, there's so many wrestling / there's just gonna be so many different wrestling things going on in the next 2 weeks. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, next weekend, the old ECW arena is actually doing a live screening of the WrestleMania. It's like $5 a head. Proceeds are going towards the animal shelter.
That's actually dope.
What's up?
And of course, there's
so let me ask you: do you have a favorite hero or a favorite book that you're reading right now?
Or comic?
Right now, I'm hooked on Rise and Fall of X. I'm trying to see.
I got that too.
Yeah, I'm eager to see. I'm eager to see where this is gonna go once the Cohen age ends. There's 2 Ultimate books that came out of Ultimate Invasion. There's the Black Panther and the Spider-Man one, which are really, really good. Surprisingly, but lately now I've just been reading a lot of indie books. I'm big on. I'm waiting for this signed copy of Blackula from Rodney Barnes. It's supposed to come to me. I won that somehow on.
Congratulations!
Instagram. Yeah. So that's that
win it.
That was a big deal. That was a big deal right there. Of course, I'm hooked on anything from Wingless, hooked on anything from Concrete, hooked on anything from. Let's see. I even dabble in Black Sands a little bit, but there's also the Skiers books, anything Greg Burnham does.
If you say his name 3 times, he just pops up in the podcast.
I know, right? That's like Candyman. Say it 2 more times, and be like the Blurs. I'm like, okay, nigga, we get it. We get it.
Oh man, cringy.
He's a strange one.
Yeah.
I've had a chance to see some
of the social media
postings and things.
Not right now. What I've been playing now lately is just a bunch of old shit. I've been my son got me back into Spider-Man 2 because the new game Plus mode came out. So he got me back into that. But no, just revisiting old shit right now. Just I'm waiting for Sparking Zero for sure. Because once I find out there's an online capability, listen, I'm not saying I was the best Budokai player of all time. I'm also not saying I wasn't the best Budokai player of all time.
Everybody's saying that, yeah.
But once that shit hits the streets, these sticks are rated E for everyone.
I was the most disrespectful Budokai player because I beat everybody with Hercule Satan.
You were disrespectful.
That's because Hercule never
It's
leaves.
the most disrespectful person you could beat somebody with.
You
Because
know
at the
what's
end of
crazy?
the day, he got no transformations,
By
no
the
key
end of this
blasts.
year, by the end of this year, when this game comes out, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna dog walk somebody with Broly, and they got a Cyberman. It's gonna be funny as hell, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so like somebody gonna have a Cyberman. He gonna dog walk somebody with a Broly. It's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait.
You know
It's
what?
gonna be
I'd love
hilarious.
to say that's impossible, but no, I can see it.
It's gonna be so funny, and I can't wait.
I got a question for you. What comic book hurt your feelings? Had like you got to the last page of it and you was just like, when the next one come out? This can't be it.
Oh man, one that had me like, okay, this is gonna end like that. I can't. Now there was some that left me pleasantly like that. Then there's some I was like, what the fuck did I just finished reading? Now, what's crazy is they're both from DC. Cause
I figured.
What was that one? The most recent crisis they did out of DC, where like Wally West ended up being the guilty party.
Oh shit!
I forget which one that is.
But it was their most recent crisis, and I was like, what the fuck was this? Like real like, and that one left me kind of like, okay, I'm mad I read this now. But then there was Doomsday Clock, which took like 2 fucking years to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jeff Johns, be better, okay? But when I got to the end of it, I was like, yo, can we keep this going? Can we get some spinoffs? Like, cause the way this cracked open everything, like they pretty much like, we're gonna layer New 52 on top of New Frontier on top of New DCE, like they just layered everything on top of one another. I was like, okay, can we go ahead and get the Manhattan Superman versus book like next week? Because that's what needs to happen. Like we need to get that. Like I need like 6 issues of that. Like I need like big panels, like double fold. I need like the side joints. Like
You
they
want
did
Superman versus Doomsday panels?
Yeah, I need those. I need that version like today. I definitely need to see just a conversation between Rorschach and fucking
the question.
Oh yeah. Oh. Stop.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting conversation.
Two crazy conspiracy dudes.
Stop playing with me, bro. See, you gotta give me a one shot of that, because if you give me a series of that, I'm gonna be questioning everything in life. Then, like, listen, I just finished reading Rorschach question, and like, listen, I really don't believe the Earth is round anymore. I really don't believe it.
Yo, that would be a very interesting one shot. I would like to read that now. But if you could have James Gunn bring any run into the DCU, which one would you pick?
You said any hero or villain or a team?
Any comic issue run, whether it's Doomsday Clock or Middle Knights or whichever run you would like.
If you're gonna, because of course he's gonna do Batman again at some point, and there have been Batman stories done to death.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
And Batman is part of the problem.
But there's one in particular I would love to see. I'm gonna get you on that second. Give me a second. I'm gonna come to that why he's a problem, because he is. Batman is a bit of a problem. But if there's one story I would love to see on the big screen, fleshed out, is the Court of Owls. Not that bullshit they did on Gotham Knights, or that bullshit that they didn't got in the series. I want to see Talons. I want to see the uppity white motherfuckers who are controlling them. I want to see Batman getting his ass handed to him by his alleged fake brother and I want to see it all.
I'd like to see that too. I mean, they showed the quarter hours in one of the other animated films. I think that
it was Batman versus Robin when him and his son
kept
butting heads.
And what's crazy is if y'all want DC, of course, I'm always telling DC to go ahead and hire me. Make it so is that you interconnect not only the Court of Owls but also League of Assassins, because would it be dope to know the origins of Ra's al Ghul, to know that he was one of the first Talons?
That would be
before they realize, okay, our Talons don't need to be mindless. We don't need real people.
It was like, all right, I think we've all agreed that free thought for the Talons is a bad idea.
We don't need these niggas thinking.
That catch you wanting to be shit.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on MCU right now?
Wait, what you say?
I said, what's your thoughts on the MCU right now?
Oh, well, the MCU right now, I'm waiting to see what Deadpool 3 is going to do. But let's be honest, with these last bit of movies that they come out with, they haven't been the knockout the park hits that the previous 12 years have been. And for good reason. Because when we found these fucking movies and shows didn't have people like show running or producing it or following source material, it's like, okay, now we understand why the shit was whack, because y'all wasn't following the fucking books. But I think they're gonna get back on track. I think that now they realize that they can't deviate from plan A, and that's check source material out and let's build upon that. Maybe not a direct copy and paste, but we need to have something that's at least resembling what we're doing. Because when I found out the director for Thor: Love and Thunder just said, I didn't read shit, I did what I wanted to do, that pissed me off as a comic fan.
Yeah,
it is annoying when they do that, because they do that a lot, and it's just like, get the fuck out of here. Get the entire fuck out of here.
Taika Waititi is really good at winging it. The problem is, don't ever expect a sequel from him, because he's going to repeat a lot of the things he already did. Hence, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I don't mind taking certain liberties with comic arcs, and putting your own spin on it, or the Hollywood zhuzh you're gonna put on it, whatever the case may be. But like at its core and its essence, Civil War was good as an adaptation of the comic. It was good. It wasn't copy and paste, but it was good. The whole Ultron story, it was good. Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet, it was good. It wasn't copy and paste, but it was still good. I don't mind certain liberties, but when you just say, fuck everything, I'm gonna do what I want.
Source material, That's a you're doing too much.
And you're not doing enough.
Doing too much.
You're not doing enough.
Yeah, because She-Hulk was set up to be good, but then at several different points, it's clear that the writers don't know where to go, and they tried to use breaking the fourth wall as a cushion for their lack of proper planning.
Yeah, like you can only use certain elements of a character's lore as a crutch for so long. You have to be able to tell a good, compelling story. And if you can't do that, then get out of the way and let someone else do it. Because
it was weird, because it was
I
like,
have a question. Why is it? Because here's the thing, like I've been to school for lots of years now. And even talking about cinema and film and storytelling, the biggest thing they tell us to do is research. You get what I'm saying? When you're trying to tell a story, make sure you know what you're talking about. And it's just weird and odd to me that these people get on these projects and start working on these projects and do little to no research. Why is that okay? Like, is there not any pre-production whatsoever? Like, what the fuck? It just feels very unprofessional, very like just gross. For lack of a better word, it feels gross.
Can't
And it's
argue
just
that.
not it's not good. You get what I'm saying? Like even growing up in regular ass school before you get to college and shit like that, they make you do what? They make
Research.
you do research. And going into my master's degree, i.e., right now, what I'm doing, this is why y'all never see me like that. But going into that, it's a lot of research and it's a lot of writing and it's a lot of shit you got to do. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, do y'all actually have people equipped to do the jobs, or y'all just is this just nepotism going on? Because that's just what it feels like. Like you don't know what the fuck you're doing at all, but it's like because this person is your nephew or your little cousin or whomever that you know, they got the job, but they're not qualified.
For me, to that, I would say I blame the dollar because with a property like Thor already been established, it's as popular as it's been. It's been in all the Marvel films pretty much. He has his own trilogy. He's been in all of the Avengers films. So going into it, you can almost have a certain I don't give a fuck about what's gonna happen here. I've seen enough of this to know what I'm doing. I'll just play off of that. And then you have certain characters where their story is so well known, especially their origins, that even if you go in blind, you can't fuck it up. Like, God forbid we see another fucking Superman origin movie again. But you could pull a nigga off the street and he might do a decent job because everybody knows that fucking story. So
True,
when property is making
but
that kind of money, that's why I think they do that. I'm not excusing it by any means,
right.
but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you're just explaining the why, but also when like specifically the things that I'm addressing are those movies that you mentioned, the newer ones, the ones that didn't have great marketing at all, in my opinion, didn't have as much of the marketing push as the other ones, and aren't really well known. Like even though yes, they're introducing new characters from the MCU, it just seems like they're not putting the same love behind the original, Avenger characters. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's not the same push, it's not the same energy that they gave. And I get it because these characters are new, but at the same token, y'all should be going just as hard for them as you would for anyone else. But here's the thing, the shit going on with Disney right now, where they did y'all hear about that? About Disney basically calling out that one dude who they're trying to they who was trying to join their board of directors and whatnot.
Yes.
The guy who questioned about,
The guy
huh?
you sent it to me, right, Nico?
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah,
probably. And that
definitely.
just yeah, like I found it interesting that even Disney was like, no, this is not the person that we should have on our board of directors
Nelson
because
Peltz.
yeah, gross, gross.
Why do I
He
need an all black cast for Black Panther?
It's
That's one
Black
of the things
fucking
he's.
Panther, you idiot.
Yeah,
wait,
like
But
that.
Hold on, you
clearly
said what?
he grew up in Florida.
That
Clearly
is,
he
hold up,
grew up in
that is
Florida.
what he said. That is one of the
hold up,
quotes.
full stop. What?
What? Right? What?
Wait, y'all didn't hear about this?
Nico, may I?
Go for it.
This is Nelson Peltz. He wants two chairs on the board. One of his questions is, why do I have a Marvel movie that's all women? Why do I need an all black cast for Black Panther? He calls it their woke strategy.
Yeah, he has an issue with the quote unquote
And he
woke
works. And he
movies.
works over at Disney.
He's trying to get on their board.
Yeah, he's trying to take two board seats.
So I'm pretty sure he's probably a shareholder.
Yeah. So and here's a funny thing. I don't I watched the Marvels. I'm not sure if you did. It has its flaws, but it's not a horrible movie. It got slammed down a little. I don't know, a little undeserving.
Yeah, and that's basically because everybody and their mama, when the movie was first released, said that it's whack, but they hadn't seen it,
Yeah,
and niggas believed them. And when it finally hit Disney Plus, and they could see it for free, which I ain't know. Your pockets is your pockets. I ain't here to judge you. But once you saw it for free, it's like, oh, this shit actually will slap.
Oh shit! So I just
yeah.
found something. They've been trying to fight him.
I believe it got trashed because it was a woman-led cast.
I think it was. I think there's a lot of misogyny and maybe a few dashes of racism.
Oh, absolutely.
A
They
few.
saw they saw a white girl, a black girl, and an Indian girl as a lead of a film.
They're like,
And
oh
the
hell
villain is
no.
also, and then wait a minute, the villain's also a woman? Oh hell no. It can't be good.
Right.
Not to mention, like, I wonder if they would have placed the white girl with the Asian girl. You'd have really pissed some people off.
There was
Where are all
there
the
was
white people?
there was some really weird choices being made during this phase. Um, I remember one of the first big issues I had was that the Black Widow movie wasn't even a spy movie. It wasn't even a spy movie. I was like, there's nothing tactical about your bad guy rolling down the street in the middle of the day with a heavy armored tank and explosive head bow and arrows. I was like, aren't y'all supposed to be assassins? Not being seen. Some very public shit y'all doing.
And I think that was the wrong way to introduce Taskmaster.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Taskmaster was horrible.
Taskmaster deserved a lot more respect as a character than what he got in that Black Widow movie. And and for me as well, I mean, the reason why I didn't really appreciate the Black Widow
He got
movie is
on the
because
board.
it was canonically where it was placed in the timeline of the MCU. I'm like, okay, y'all wait till this chick died before you gave her own solo movie? Like, really?
Yeah, it was kind of late. You talking about Widow, Black Widow?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, y'all waited till
Yeah.
the character was dead. Like
To
that
like,
just
oh,
tells me that
let's spin the block on that.
Here's the weird part. They took the same thing that happened in Star Wars, and it was like, y'all think this is gonna work again? It already failed once. It was like, did someone from that studio looked over and was like, we could do the same thing. It's gonna work out even better.
Well,
yeah, like
it looks like they managed to get him on the board. So yeah,
You're gonna be losing some votes, that's for sure.
they put him on the board.
this nigga
Close
saying, why
defensive
do I need
comfort.
all black people for Black Panther? I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, because the shit's in Africa. I
And even
mean,
then, there's still
don't
like
take
at
my word
least
for
two token white
There's
people
white
in
people
Black
in
Panther.
Africa. There's
it.
white people in
And,
Africa.
and it's supposed to be untouched Africa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's might be in Africa. There's also niggas in Japan, but you don't see us trying to be fucking Goku.
Right.
At least not all of us. I'm sure there's one.
Yeah.
Sure
Funny enough, Goku ain't even Asian. Niggas are saying he ain't even from her. But I digress.
Right.
Goku ain't
There's a
Asian.
man over there too.
And with the way Frieza talk, Saiyans are clearly black.
Yeah.
Hello, monkeys. It's like, yo, hey.
Yo, bro, I was in
Just
the
better be. They
theater.
just better be.
I was in the theater, and as soon as he said that line, I looked around just to see who was laughing a little too fucking hard. I'm like, nope, nah. Because some of y'all enjoy it a little too much.
My Saiyan armor has kente cloth on it. I ain't standing for it.
Nah, big facts.
Oh
Like,
no, he hasn't. He hasn't been selected yet. We'll find out whether or not he's actually been pulled on the board. April 2nd. So that's not tomorrow, but Tuesday. Tuesday we'll find out. Well, Wednesday. Technically Tuesday they have until Tuesday to put their votes in, but April 3rd. And it'll also be live streamed on Disney's Investors Relations website. They're gonna be live streaming that on the website. So I guess we'll find out whether or not he's on the board or not. Then, but basically, they're really trying to push this narrative of how much he would be, fresh eyes. He's not fresh eyes. He's old as fuck.
No,
Right.
dude, dude's
let's
like
start there.
74. There's nothing fresh on him.
New eyes aren't fresh eyes. So
those some old ass eyes.
The only thing fresh on him might be a varicose vein.
Like when he was growing up as a child, Black people weren't allowed to drink out of the same water fountain. Like I'm saying, he's like 70 something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
do the math on that.
Wait, where I can't even see where his age is.
So
but,
Nick,
look, there's nothing youthful about this face. There's nothing youthful about this face. Wait for it to come
80.
in.
He's actually 81.
He's 81.
1940 fucking 2. He was born before the fucking World War II ended.
He was an adult when the civil rights movement was happening.
Fam, listen. We gotta put certain we gotta put certain modern criteria on shit like this, man. Like if you listen, if you weren't a child when the internet came out, keep your ass out of office. And I mean political office, media office. Like keep your ass on.
Well, here's the thing. Like I'm not super mad at all of the old motherfuckers because like Warren Buffett is one of those people who makes great investments and does really well in business, but he also is very slow to invest in anything. He watches it first. Honestly, I wonder, like, he still owns his shares of Disney, but I don't think he owns as much as this other group does.
Warren owns enough of stuff just so he can be like, I'll get my money. Hey, if you invest more, you can sit on the board.
He's like, I don't really want to deal with that. I'd rather be a silent partner. Like, I imagine that's how William Buffett kind of is. He stays out of the bullshit because his whole thing is like, why would I want to join a board and have to be at meetings quarterly and shit like that when I could just literally give you my money and then watch that shit,
Yeah. Like I bought an island for a reason. I don't want to go into a fucking
like work
for a reason.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite MCU movie?
My son will tell me that he thinks mine is Iron Man 2. It's not. My favorite MCU movie. No, because I love the opening scene with Shoot to Kill. That's just me. But my favorite MCU movie, and I probably sound like a broken record for a lot of people, but Winter Soldier. The shit just had everything. Like whenever I walked in that movie theater, and I walked out, I say, "Yo," because before that there was the Avengers film. I'm like, how the fuck can a Captain America movie solo be better than the shit I just finished watching a year ago with all the Avengers? And it was.
The craziest part for me, and this is how I knew it was a hit. People were watching this movie not even knowing it's a Marvel film. They just heard it was a spy thriller.
And it was.
And it was.
Winter Soldier is your favorite Marvel movie?
Yes.
Wow,
absolutely.
you're the first person I heard say that.
Captain America Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie, right in front of, I'll say my top 3 would be Winter Soldier. Number 2 is Black Panther. Number 3 is the first Guardians.
I can see that. Oh, before I forget, I just started reading the new comic for the Avengers, the kind of like the cyberpunk twist.
Mm-hmm.
Issue one of that. That's actually really interesting. Steve Rogers in this particular world is old and gray, and like there are new Avengers, but it's more of like the new Avengers are more like, from what I was told, more like the boys, kind of like about the set, like the seven, kind of like that, in those ways of like, commercialized heroism kind of thing. And so they're not much fucking help. And Steve in this world is old and gray, and he no longer has the super soldier serum in him. It was taken out of him. And a lot of his old buddies are trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And one of which he had talked to the day prior to, and then after that, dude is just dead. And so now Steve is like, nah, we gotta figure something out. Something ain't right. But yeah, that's one of the newer comics that they just put out. I read that one as soon as I saw it at the comic book store, and I was like, oh, I want this. Give me this.
I
Let
gotta
me
read that.
find the name.
I gotta read that one.
It's like Earth 6201.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Because in that world, Electro was actually kind of like a big person of industry. He's not even a villain.
Let me just hold on. Let me check that.
So Nick, are you watching any anime right now?
Not right now. I'm kind of tied down with a lot of stuff right now. I'm trying to do for DYSG. Usually when I'm watching anime, it's usually when I have nothing to do and I can really dive into it and watch it. Haven't really picked up anything new as of lately. The new joint that's on Max is good though. The what's that shit called?
Oh, Ninja Kamui.
That shit's good. I will say that's good. I guess that counts. I don't think I'm really watching right now. Yeah, I usually like if I'm like if I'm not like neck deep in Crunchyroll, I'm not really watching anime right now.
Right.
But that's good though. That new one is good. But lately, of course, what I've been mainly watching, of course, X-Men '97, Invincible.
What else? Yeah, we definitely want to talk about that. How you like X-Men '97?
Yo, try
to me, X-Men.
Yeah, man. Listen, like growing up, like everybody else who watched that show, it's like it was good. You know, it introduced a lot of people to X-Men, and it also created a lot of nerds too, who weren't into shit like that at first.
Yes,
and then of course watching all 5 seasons of X-Men, for this to pick up where I left off. Going into it, I was kind of like, okay, it's gonna pick up where I left off. It's gonna be good, but eventually the nostalgia is gonna wear off.
But
nigga, I was wrong. First of all, they you start this episode off, letting Cyclops flex, and I'm like, are they going to let this man get his rocks off finally? And the way he was fucking these white boys up at the FOH and spinning himself around and fucking blasting, they snatch his shit up like, no. Psych, I don't need that shit. Get out of here. And then for him to fucking come out of the fucking Blackbirds all tore up and shit, one shot the motherfucking Sentinel. He's like, all right, y'all, good job. See y'all on the ground. Wait, nigga, you can't fly. Nah, I got it. Just
Yo, they definitely let Scott cook.
They Sentinels gonna surround him. My nigga like, yo, Storm, what's the fuck ass? And this extra ass bitch gonna make everything turn glass around her.
Yo, that was hot.
Everything. I'm like, there's way too much
I actually want that. I want that framed. I want those shots framed. They look fantastic.
There was way too much flex in the episode, and I was loving it. And then episode 2 rolled around, and for any black man with a past, any man with a past, period, felt that fucking speech from Magneto.
Yeah.
That man said, I am trying to be better, but please,
but
don't
y'all keep fucking with me.
Don't make me let you down. I'm like,
yo, that speech was like,
you talking to me right now. Preach, Pastor Lyncher.
Take me to church.
Yo, that speech was everything, dog. Like, Magneto, like, I'm trying to be a better man because my homies want to be a better man. But y'all give me one reason not to be, and I'm gonna set this shit off. And I fucking love it.
And what's crazy is they all deserve that kind of shine. Cause just in this past episode 3, Bishop showed the fuck off too. Like, yo, Scott, hit me. Yeah, that will fuck everybody. Like, yes, Bishop, go the fuck off, my boy.
There's a certain type of child joy coming from you as you retell it and you do the sound effects, and I love it.
Yes.
It speaks to the childhood so hard.
That's the nostalgia, dog.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia.
Like, X-Men, so you catching up, it's like you ain't miss a beat.
It's so fucking fresh too, because yes, we have this team that we all know and love that come from the original animation, but when we look at the X-Men, there are so many other mutants that deserve to be dick rode, like fucking Nightcrawler and Colossus and his sister Magic and Psylocke. So many other mutants deserve to have this same kind of just praise from people. It's like this, if y'all dick rode Scott like that, y'all gonna lose y'all minds.
Right.
Y'all seeing other people.
Scott is annoying.
I ain't go, huh?
Scott is annoying.
What?
Scott. Cyclops.
Yeah. And this last episode, I didn't like how he was like, I'm not leaving my child, till like 5 minutes later, like, I don't even want to see this. I just walked away. I was like, damn.
Worse than Goku.
No.
Just like your daddy. Just like your daddy. You're banning your kid.
But this is even weirder because it's like his son is going into the future, and we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like next time you see him, he's going to be a grown ass man that you've already seen twice.
Like I was telling my wife when the show opened up with Jean being pregnant, I was like, depending on what she names this fucking baby, I know where they're going to go. And when she said Nathan, I was like, oh shit, here we go. I was like, is it Nathan? Is it Nathaniel? Is it Rachel? Which one is
it? But then I like one of the biggest things I like from the third episode. We finally got an understanding about Morph's face.
Yeah.
Morph turned his face into what it's seen as now to step away from the trauma that happened to him from Mr. Sinister. And I'm just like, damn, that's a deep cut right there.
Yeah.
I was like,
just looking at, as Black people sometimes, we can go through life not even liking what we see in the mirror. At least Morph gets to change his shit.
Yeah.
And now his regular face is just kind of faceless. It's just a face.
It's just like, some of us who grew up with fathers who don't particularly care for, and we look just like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about me personally because I love my dad, but like, let me be clear.
Just in case if y'all didn't know. Yeah.
I love my dad, but I have a lot of friends who do not particularly care for their fathers. So that tracks. You don't want to look like the person in which inflicted pain upon the family or whatever.
What's your favorite modern DC movie?
From the Snyderverse and all them niggas.
Hey, it could be from the 2000s to now.
You know what?
You might like Green Lantern.
My favorite actually is Wonder Woman, the first one. That shit is hard. That first Wonder Woman movie was hard. I was like, yo, this shit is good.
What you give that movie, Corey?
Huh?
I left that movie theater with high hopes. I was like, okay, the DCU is in good fucking hands. And then they put out what was right after that? Shazam after that?
Shazam was good.
No, Shazam was actually good.
Shazam was good. What came after Wonder Woman? And I was like, oh shit, this and that ain't fucking up again.
I don't know. Suicide Squad. I forget where that came.
Aquaman.
Aquaman is actually pretty good too, even though it was just wet Thor, but it was still, okay.
I looked at it more like wet Game of Thrones.
Yeah, some people can say it was just wet white Black Panther, but whatever it was wet.
Aqua Panther. Wonder Woman. Okay.
Huh. The first one. Now that 84
I know.
That shit.
I always call the first Wonder Woman Captain America, the woman.
That's probably why I like it, man.
Because there's so many elements in that. In there's so many elements in the Wonder Woman movie that are literally taken from Captain America. That's too many of them.
Because my favorite trilogy in MCU is Captain America.
Fair enough.
It's the Cap trilogy, then the Guardians trilogy, then Iron Man, then I guess if you want to count the Spider-Man movies as well as the trilogy, then the Avengers, and then Thor at the end.
If y'all could cast anybody for Cyclops, who would it be?
If it can't be Demetrius Holt, then
shout out to Demetrius.
Yeah, if it can't be him, then I would probably, if we're gonna give it to a brother, the guy who just wrapped up One Love as Bob Marley, I think he would do it. Wait, no, because he was just fucking my dude from Secret Invasion, so we can't give it to him.
Yeah, I'm about to say, wasn't he the bad guy?
Yeah, he was the bad guy Secret Invasion. Okay,
unless he was actually copying a guy that was actually, see, you could. They
could spin that. They could spin that.
Because Black Mariah was in Civil War, but we don't talk about it.
What's my man's name from Bridgerton? I burn for you. Like what's his name? He could be Cyclops.
Oh, the black guy from Bridgerton.
Yeah, the one who kicked the show off and then left it. The black guy.
Yeah.
I forget his
Ray Jean Page.
He could be a good Cyclops if they give it to a black. If they give it to a black man, but
they're not.
If you're gonna pick a white guy, shit, I don't know. I mean,
gotta Google.
Who got the jaw? Who got the jaw for it?
Yeah, I can actually see Demetrius playing a good Cyclops.
Cyclops.
The funny part is there was already seen someone did a Photoshop of Henry Cavill as X-Men 97's Magneto, and I was just like, huh, man. But Cyclops, I don't know. It was that's why I like to leave room for like the great unknown actor.
Look, as speaking of which, I put in just Cyclops fan casting in Google. The third image from Screen Rant is my dude from Bridgerton, right there.
Wow.
That's
Hey.
crazy. That's crazy.
Well, you do know. Well, there has been a trend of replacing redheads around here, so it can happen. It definitely could happen.
Dylan O'Brien? Okay, I guess. And then there's another person who wants to give it to the other Hemsworth brother, which I can see that.
No, he's already in hot water trying to replace Henry Cavill in The Witcher. It's like he about to learn a hard reality.
Well, see, The Witcher is over now, so
no, they're doing 2 more seasons with him as Geralt.
I think they canceled that after the last season with
no. They doubled down when they first were like, yeah, we'll do 1 more season, but then they doubled down. There's going to be 2 more seasons.
Oh, okay.
I'm also seeing Jensen Ackles as Cyclops.
I can see that.
Isn't Jensen like my height? Like I'm 5'7". Isn't he like my height?
I don't know.
I don't see. I can't see a 6-foot statuesque, dark-skinned woman who can control the weather listen to a nigga who 5'7".
What? Jensen Ackles is 6'1".
Oh, okay. All right, never mind then.
Yeah.
But what about everybody's casting Alan Richardson as the new Bruce Wayne?
Yo, Alan Richardson is built like Frank Miller's Batman.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking unit.
Yeah. Alan Richardson has the body that Ben Affleck should have had during the Snyderverse.
I'm liking Alan Richardson as Batman. I don't know about Bruce Wayne, but I'm liking him as Batman.
The crazy part is Ben Affleck got in crazy shape, but it just still wasn't.
And Alan Richardson, he just gonna be Hawk again.
Yo, we're not. Listen. He did a great job as Hawk.
And you know what's funny? This will be his third fucking DC. If he gets it, it'll be his third DC character. Because he's Aquaman in Smallville, Hawk in fucking Titans, and now he's Batman. It's like he's slowly trying to upgrade.
Hey! All
and
those
he was Ninja Turtle.
Think about all those water-related roles Jason Momoa had.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa had like 4 different water-related characters, and then he became Aquaman. The Aqua Bro.
His whole life. Look, Alan Richardson gonna fuck around when you get like 50 and like, listen, we're doing Kingdom Come. Can you come back to Superman?
I would love to see that, yo. I would love to see Alan Richardson versus Jason Momoa's Lobo. I think that'd be good.
You know what comic book universe I'm still waiting to see in live action? Spawn.
Who?
Spawn. We have the technology, we have the actors. Like I'm just like, come on, man.
Here's the thing about that, because if done right, I mean, like as far as like done accurately as it is,
yes.
Thank to this book that is still to this day $2.99. Thank you, Todd McFarlane. But if done properly, and if we flesh out the Scorned, is it going to make MCU money? Probably not. So if that's the case, I probably would keep it to the niche fandom and maybe put it on. I don't think so.
I think no. I'm going to disagree with you. I think if they hold their ground and stick to what's there, you can have your own separate gold mine.
Okay.
The problem is solidifying what stories you're going to tell, and make sure you're doing a good mixture of practical, because there's a lot of practical shit you could do with Spawn, and there's also going to be good visual effects work.
Yeah, because you have 20 years of Spawn to work with.
Right.
Shit.
20,
If they
really 30, if you think about it, really 30.
If they really wanted to just make sure they made something in a proper budget, they could literally just adapt the animated series. Because a lot of the stuff that was done there was a lot of solid character work. There's some moments of great visual effects, sure, that could be done, but a lot of it was grounded character work.
I would love to see Jack Black's Kincaid, just to see him fucking be evil as shit on screen. I don't think Jack Black's ever done it.
That might
just to see him evil as fuck on screen. I was like, yeah, give me Jack Black's Kincaid. I wanted to see him evil as hell.
That'd be this. Oh, I just gotta like I legitimately because Billy Kincaid is just
give me Jack Black.
Oh wow!
And just
I don't think Jack would do it just because he's just like, I would do it, but
and that's the reason why he fucking should do it, because everyone knows Jack Black from his School of Rock and Tenacious D and Kung Fu Panda. No, nigga, can you get dark? Show me you can get dark.
Poe is tripping. I would love to see like John Goodman as the detective Burks.
Yeah, I like that.
I still think Michael Jai White could come back and do Spawn. I don't really see a reason why not. He's definitely flexed his acting muscle a lot more since then.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamie Foxx is out for the foreseeable future.
Well, Jamie Foxx dropped from the project a lot, but even before his health issues.
Oh.
Yeah, he dropped before that. I would love to see John Leguizamo come back as Violator.
Yeah.
Yeah. If nothing else, if they're gonna do an all CGI Violator,
I don't think they should. I don't. When he transforms into his other side, sure, but as clown.
But does he still have the knees for it? That's the thing about it. Does he still have the knees for it?
Okay, we'll sub out John Leguizamo for Danny DeVito.
I can see that.
Filthy Frank.
Now, some people would even say that, well, since he's already a little person, Peter Dinklage could do it. But could Peter Dinklage do it?
Peter Dinklage wouldn't do it.
Something for that fact, probably. You're right.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. I respect his convictions. I just don't like it when he costs other people with his same situation jobs. Because I'm just like, all right, we hear you, bro, but we need a check. But what's a movie you wish you never saw? Like, if you could just delete it from your memory.
Oh wow!
Like the way Dumbledore took his wand to his temple and just pulled a memory out.
Listen, I only remember this movie because of the motherfucker who made it, and his name is M. Night Shyamalan. If I could purge The Village from my mind, I'd fucking do it. Because listen, He had me. He fucking had me the whole movie. And then
Wait, he had you?
He had me. And this chick was running from this fucking monster. I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then when she runs into a fucking paved road, I was like, what?
Got him.
This shit is not. This shit wasn't. I was so fucking pissed leaving that goddamn theater. I was so fucking mad. I was so fucking mad. Because the thing is, like, I had high hopes because, you know, he gave me Signs. He gave me Unbreakable. I was like, all right, this shit gonna be cool. Nah, shit was not cool.
All right, Unbreakables is fire. Signs was stupid.
Unbreakable was fire.
Signs was stupid.
Signs was to me. I enjoyed Signs. I mean, of course, I love Sixth Sense.
Signs was a found footage version of War of the Worlds.
Now you done ruined Signs for me. But the villains,
Sorry.
I was like, this shit is trash. I wish I never watched this movie. I was like, I know, never again. I had swore off this dude. I had swore him off. And then I was justified years later because he fucking made Avatar Last Airbender. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. He don't know what he doing no more.
It always comes back to Avatar, don't it?
Yes, it does. But then he made
Shut up, Comic Boss.
But then he made Split, and I was like, okay, maybe he get his.
For once, I wasn't going to mention that she was in the movie.
See, and then you say dumb shit.
Well, I was not going to say that she was part of the fire team.
Either way, we're just about out of time for today. Nix, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you. I would love for you to come back on one day. We'll do the Geek Report or just anything else, any other things we have going on over here.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I had a good time.
Tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me at Do You Speak Geek on Instagram, at Do You Speak Geek at YouTube. Starting next month, which is tomorrow, I'll be dropping my video announcement celebrating 5 years as a content creator. So usually when
congratulations.
Thank you. Usually when I have my celebrations, I have some fire interviews lined up. Since I'm here with y'all now, I'll go ahead and let y'all know real quick so we can get an exclusive out here. On the 5th, I think let me get my Fridays lined up here because I could probably give the wrong date. And you know, for your listeners, I don't want to be like that nigga lied today on this day. So on the 5th, I'll be talking to Crystal Chanel. As you all know, she's a big content creator, probably the biggest One Piece fan that there is out there. On the 19th, I'll be speaking with Sir Julius Cosplay. Of course, we all know 3D cosplay god, amazing gentleman. The 26th, I'll be pulling up with my man Kevin Murphy, CEO of Blurred Station. For more important than that,
I met him.
Anybody wants to know anything about this fucking movement we got going on here, this interview I put up with him is going to be your time. Now, the reason why I skipped the 12th because I am so fucking geeked about this interview. I'll be talking to none other than Gary Anthony Williams, aka Uncle Ruckus.
Hey. Nice.
So those interviews, those are coming up on every Friday in April at 7 p.m. They'll be streamed on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube.
All right. Well, I definitely look forward to checking that out. Folks, be sure to check out Do You Speak Geek. Now we want to thank you guys for checking out the Amerime Junkies podcast today. Thank you for your download, and if you're out there on YouTube, thank you for watching us. By the way, YouTubers, we need you to subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, and of course, like button, and that comment section. Let us know what you think. We'll be seeing you guys next week with new things, new people, and a good old time. Make sure to check out AmerimeMedia.com, and we'll see you till next time. Be well.